So what are we up to today? Well, sometimes it's hard work, innit? You get that many things that you love to do. Get up in mountains or canoeing or kayaking or whatever, climbing, whatever. But I'm out today, I'm practicing bushcraft skills. So I love me bushcraft, don't I? I absolutely love me bushcraft, and it's a stunningly beautiful day. So I'm going to practice a load of bushcraft skills. So I'm not going to film all the skills I'm practicing. I'll be filming all goddamn day long and I'll never get out done. So I'm going to make a new bow drill set. I'm going to do a few bits around that, work with some cordage. But I'm going to show you a great little pot hanger, yeah? For a bushcrafter. Because bushcraft, like we've said before, it's about crafting in the forest, isn't it? And there's dead quick, dead simple ways to hang pots. I love a tripod. A tripod's dead quick, dead easy. But it's nice to do a bit of bush crafting and to craft a nice tripod sometimes, innit? So we're going to look at that. I'll show you a great little tripod. Well, not a tripod. I'll show you a great little pot hanger. Yeah, a fantastic little bushcraft project. Yeah, so we'll crack on with that in a bit. Let's get a move on. Ooh, it's cold on hands. Maybe I should have sparked a fire up before I did this carving to keep my hands warm. But I'll get a fire going soon. But yeah, so basically, yeah, you've got your two ends. They're going to go like this. Yeah, so I've got them two bits. All the bit out. At the end here, this is where my pot's going to hang. So now we need to cut a notch in this to hang my pot off this end. dead simple, anywhere you fancy it. I'm just going to do a slight saw cut and cut down for it, so I've got a nice V-notch that'll grip my pan handle pretty solidly. There's no chance of it sliding off the end. Simple as that. Out fancy. Don't need out fancy, do you? Just a nice angle, so that whatever my pan's hanging off that, if my pan's square like that, it's alright. If it's like that, if it's like that, it's still gonna hold on there. Gonna make that a little bit deeper. That's perfect. Yeah, just tidy these ends up, make them a bit fluffier. Chamfer that end off. And the same as anything, it's bushcraft, innit? I mean, I'm doing a quickish job here, but you could spend hours on this and make it absolutely beautiful. Well, not hours like, but you could spend a bit of time on it. That'll do. Might as well make it look a bit nicer. Next job, we're going to put a hinge in. So that's going to be my pot end. So I want a hinge here. So what I need to do is I need to bore a hole through this bit and that bit and match them up. You could easily do it with, you know, if you brought an auger in or something like that, but you can't beat the little Swiss Army knife. Yep, the old sack will do the job easy. So, yep, get your little reamer out your sack. I'm going to go sort of central, not too far off the top. And we're going to ream it all through it. When you've done that, you want to make it bigger. Yeah. So if you grab your saw blade, yeah, be careful with it. Just be gentle with your saw blade, but take your time. And we're just going to open that hole up. Yeah. All I'm doing is opening it up. Same as any sort of woodwork or metal work. We'll go through with pilot drill first, and then we'll go through with bigger drill. And obviously your saw gets thicker as it comes back, so you can start with a thin end, and then depending how big you want your hole, depends how far you're going to ream this saw blade through. Yeah, it's a good little project. Good little project for just using a Swiss Army knife as well. Good little project for kids. Teach them how to use a knife safely. And kids love gadgets like Swiss Army knives with multiple uses. So now we need a few pins. So depending on how big you made your holes with your auger or your Swiss Army knife or whatever, we want to make some pins to pin through. I'm going to get a few bits and I'm just going to take these down to the right thickness. I mean, you usually have to do a little bit of trimming, but you'll be able to find there's loads of little branches that'll more or less do the job straight away. But I always like to take the bark off. I mean, if you're after something to last for ages, you're better using a little bit of seasoned wood, as in, if you use green wood, sometimes it'll start sticking together with the sap, the movement and what have you. But they're not so bad. So I'm going to make myself some pins like this. Some simple pins to pin it together. I'll need 3 of them. We're going to pin it in 3 points. Go for that one first. So it's handy if your pins go a little bit thicker. That feels alright, that's pretty solid. And before I pin this end one up, it's going to be like that, I want to judge where my cuts are going to be for my heights and my pot stand. So I'm looking at one, I'm going to be about here, so I'm going to make a little mark there. So I know where the bottom of that one's going to be. And if I bring this down, I have one about there, so I'll make a mark there. Yeah, it's going to be the bottom of the next one. And then if I bring this down further, say about there, yeah, I'm going to make another mark there. I reckon we get this fire lit, Billy, yeah? Get some dinner on. Hey? Let's get a bit of dinner on. What do you reckon, Billy? Are you hungry, big ting? Are you hungry? I know you are. Get some meat out for you, eh, big lad? Let's give a few sparks whilst on these feathers, Billy. That's it, simple as that. But a great little bushcraft project. Time to get a brew on and a bit of dinner. Billy's having his down there. He's a good lad, isn't he? Ah, it's fantastic in the woods now though. It's nice to get this fire sparked up just to take that edge off. Just warm your hands up every now and then. No cowboy coffee today, just grounds. Bog standard instant coffee in there today. Got a bit of soup in there now, so it's handy to be able to adjust the height with soup. Only want to warm it up. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that little little film this morning. It's be rude if I wasn't eating on camera. Hey Billy. Well yeah, thanks from me and Billy, Rick T Outdoor Adventure, and Billy. He's the star of the show really, ain't you, big lad, eh? Yeah, well thanks for joining us. Absolutely beautiful and fantastic in the forest as always. We've got the rest of the day to go, so we're going to be out there, going to make a new bow drill set and do a few bits and bobs. I'll get Billy covering a few miles because he's been good as gold while I've done this. And bit of tomato soup and a little bit of crusty bread. Fantastic. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again real soon. And have a go at that if you've never done one before. But yeah, we'll see you in the woods. Alright, catch you later. Ta-da.